Hello, this is Kevin from Crypto MY. In today's episode, let's talk about what are the coins that you can take note this week. Let's stay tuned. So right now, this is the Binance chart. If you guys don't have a Binance account yet, I'll put down the link at below. You guys can just click it directly on the link. Then you guys can do the registration straight away. So once you have done the registration, let's go into what you can take note this week. First of all, let's look at the pioneer cryptocurrency, which is the Bitcoin. So right now on the weekly chart, the Bitcoin is doing a very huge recovery towards the 40,000 area. And as you can see here, this is considered as the bullish signal right now. So if the Bitcoin managed to close above this 40,000, then it will be a very huge bullish signal all the way up to this 50,000. But let's us zoom in a little bit by looking at the daily chart. The daily chart is also doing very alright. As you can see here, the Bitcoin is now having the double bottom. Can you see the double bottom? Where this is one triangle and another triangle right here. And right now, this candlestick is trying to move further up towards the 40k. And if it does manage to go above or break above or close above this 40k, then you could see a very huge recovery towards the 50,000 area. But so right now, I think the Bitcoin is still doing very good. As you can see, there is a 4 green candlestick today, this week. And let's say if the Bitcoin really managed to go above this 50,000 or 40,000, I believe that most of the altcoins will follow Bitcoin's movement. Therefore, most of the altcoins will start to do some very big recovery. And as you can see, the H4 chart, yes, H4 chart, Bitcoin definitely is doing very good right now. It's still consolidation around this area, like a ping pong ball. And of course, let's say, like I said, if this candlestick managed to go above this area, then you could see a very huge recovery towards the 50,000. But bear in mind, if it doesn't, then it will go all the way back down to this 33,000, like a ping pong ball, like I said. So far so good for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a very important coin for us to take note. Like I say, if Bitcoins recover, then most of the altcoins will recover. But let's go on with the altcoins that you can take note this week. The first altcoins that you can take note this week, I believe, is the Tron versus USDT. I believe that the Tron USDT is doing very good. Now on the H4 chart, you can see that the Tron is having a ascending triangle, whereby the support is getting higher and higher. And right now, this candlestick is trying to break above this 0.08 area. Okay, let's say if it managed to close above this area, then it will maybe drop back to do a minor market correction first before it surges further up to this 0.0118 area. This 0.118 area is the nearest resistance zone based on the history itself. So let's say if it managed to break above, then you could see a very huge recovery towards this 11 area. Of course, you ask me, yeah, this area can also act as a resistance zone. Yeah, I could say that, but this is considered as the minor resistance area. So usually minor resistance area, it will not be difficult for it to break through. So like I said, if you really manage to break above, then you could see a very huge recovery towards the 0.11 area. Looking at the H4, yeah, this is a very obvious ascending triangle. Zoom all the way up, then like I said, if you manage to break above, then you could see a very huge recovery towards the 0.11 area. So this is the first altcoins that you can take note this week. And let us go on with the second altcoins that you can take note. The second altcoins I will be recommending today will be the BTT versus USDT. also on Tron coin. Okay, maybe I love Justin Sun, that's why I keep talking about Justin Sun coin today. So Justin Sun coin, as you can see here, this BTT already managed to float above this resistance zone as I have drawn in this chart. And right now this BTT is staying around this 0.039 area, and let's say if it close above this area, I would say that it will have a very strong possibility to reach this 0.0044 area later in the coming days. But looking at the H4, I think the H4 is also doing very well. You can see this is a very obvious ascending triangle also. So it's actually quite similar to Tron because it's just in Sun coin, right? So I believe that the Tron's chart and also the BTT chart will have a similar movement. But somehow BTT faster a little bit. I mean, it recovered faster a little bit than the Tron, surprisingly. And right now the BTT is already managed to float above the resistance zone, this area, around this area. And right now, if the BTT, this candlestick, managed to close above this area, then like I said, it will maybe just do a minor correction, and then it will go all the way up this area. But bear in mind, this is something that we need to take note, right? If let's say, if the candlestick really close above, and when it does a minor correction, we want to make sure that this minor correction doesn't go back into this triangle. So if let's say if it does break below this inside this ascending triangle, then you could see this BTT will start to float around this area until it reaches the apex of the triangle. But from what I see, based on what I'm understanding, if let's say, like I said, if Bitcoin recovers, then I believe that the Trons and the BTT will have the high possibility to recover all the way back to nearest new resistance zone area. Last but not least, I think I can talk a little bit about VeChain today. Of course, VeChain is not belongs to Justin Sun, but let us talk about VeChain, because VeChain surprisingly having a very good chart today that I need to point out before I end this session. And let me remove all these drawings first. So right now I'm actually looking at the VeChain on the 4-hourly chart, and this 4-hour chart, it shows that this one also have the double bottom. Can you see it's having a similar move, double bottom, and right now this candlestick also floating above this resistance zone. So this is something that you can take note. Of course, if you want to make it more perfect, yes, it looks something like that, then it really haven't really closed above yet. But this one you can actually take note, because like I stated, if let's say if you manage to close above this area, this 0.13 area, then you can see the possibility of rising all the way back up to this 0.19 area, which is the nearest resistance zone, nearest next target of the resistance zone. But looking at the daily chart, yes, this daily chart is also quite similar, also having a very strong double bottom chart pattern. And you can see that this is a very obvious, and it managed to break above this moving average line 20 already. It floats above, haven't break but move above, and you can see the RSI is showing that it's moving towards the 50 area. And first confirmation, second confirmation, the third confirmation you need to wait for is, let's say if the daily chart of this VeChain able to close above this 0.135 area, then you could see a very huge recovery towards the 0.19 area later on. So these are the 3 coins that you can take note this week. I strongly recommend you guys to monitor this sort of coins. Of course, there's other altcoins outside also having this kind of recovery because of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is doing very well now. Like I said, Bitcoin managed to break out from the double bottom. Most of the altcoins will have a very huge recovery. So I think that's all for today's episode. If you like my episode today, remember to click like, share and subscribe. I will see you guys soon, and goodbye.